Toronto police have issued a sexual predator warning following a string of attacks. We have tips to keep you safe on campus.
And now you can chill with William and Kate in your kitchen. Humber News starts right now.
Hello, it's March 24th, 2011. Welcome to Humber News, coming to you from the Broadcast Center here at the North Campus. I'm Kristyn Tsampiras. Thanks for joining us.
And I'm Meg Banks. Ahead on our show, we have all your news, sports, and entertainment highlights, as well as your 5-day weather forecast. But first, Kristyn has our top story.
Police have issued a warning after a 12-year-old girl was sexually assaulted at Knife Point around Brimley Road and Highway 401 on her way to school yesterday. Humber News reporter Steph Sprenger spoke with campus security about safety precautions students can take if they feel unsafe.
Walking to school, something Humber students do every day. But when assaults are reported in the area, the issue of student safety is revisited. Humber student Emily Maurer says to stay safe, she doesn't walk alone.
So most of the time, if we were going out to Woodbine, we'd go in like really big groups instead of just one or two people.
Campus security supervisor Faridan Ahmadi says the service Campus Walk is a buddy system for students who don't want to leave campus alone.
Well, there's always security concerns that will exist across the board in all colleges and universities. This is a way to keep the students feel safe and the campus as well. It's actually a really good program for people to use.
But the program only protects students if they use it. Lynn Dalglish says the students in residence are taught how to keep themselves safe.
Yeah, I knew about the Campus Walk program because we learned about that in like the first week living on residence.
But Melinda Spadafora says she's never heard of the program, though she often commutes home alone.
Walking to the bus stop at 8:30 by yourself with the time change and everything, so it was really dark. And just standing at the bus stop with like a bunch of men, you feel a little uncomfortable sometimes.
The Campus Walk program runs from 5 till 11 p.m., but students can call extension 8500 for a security escort at any time of day, to or from anywhere on campus, including your bus stop. Steph Sprenger, Humber News.
Toronto's North York General Hospital reached settlements with the 26 women who say they were sexually assaulted by an anesthesiologist. 62-year-old Dr. George Dudnot was charged with assaulting 29 women, but is yet to stand trial. The incidents are alleged to have taken place between 1992 and February of last year. The doctor is no longer associated with the hospital.
Premier Dalton McGuinty is encouraging Ontarians to obtain private travel insurance when traveling outside the country. McGuinty made the statement after news broke of the death of 21-year-old Clayton Levier. Levier waited 7 weeks to be sent back to Ontario after falling ill in Mexico because there were no beds available in his hometown of St. Catharines. Provincial rules did not allow Levier to be taken to any hospital other than the one in his hometown.
Parkdale residents are shaken by violent attacks by a masked man on members of their community. 62-year-old George Waz died Tuesday from blunt force trauma. Hundreds of locals attended a meeting at a support center in Parkdale yesterday where police explained what to look for and how to defend themselves against the killer. The attacker has targeted victims with mental health issues. Police are urging the community to report any suspicious activity.
Thousands of emergency workers and citizens from across the country gathered in the town of Listowel today to pay respects to 2 volunteer firefighters killed in the line of duty. A funeral service was held at Listowel Memorial Arena to honor 30-year-old Ray Walter and 56-year-old Ken Ray. Both men lost their lives 1 week ago after fighting a fire in Listowel Dollar Store where part of the building collapsed on them.
And Toronto commuters will be getting an extra eyeful starting today. The Get Your Butt Seen event has kicked off in Toronto. Photos will be on TTC buses to raise awareness for colorectal cancer. Humber reporter Emily English has the details.
Awareness for colorectal cancer is a message that's being flashed to Toronto commuters. The Colorectal Cancer Association of Canada launched their Get Your Butt Seen campaign, placing butt boards on the rear ends of hundreds of buses. Awareness is especially important for this disease as early detection is key.
The good news is that it's almost 90% preventable and curable if caught in its early stages.
The CCAC president says this campaign is meant to provoke.
We know that when people start to talk about colorectal cancer, that's the first step that they'll take in getting screened.
Estimations say more than 22,000 Canadians will be diagnosed with the disease this year, and more than 9,000 will lose their battle.
Colorectal cancer is the second deadliest type of cancer in the country. March is Awareness Month for the disease, which is why the CCAC wants you to get your butt seen. Emily English, Humber News.
When we come back, we'll have more news from around the country and the world. Miranda Anthosol will have the sports news, and we'll have your weather forecast with Kayla Card-Forbes.
The spring storm has come and left us with some unfortunate winter weather. But is there any more snow heading our way? I'll let you know when we take a look at our 5-day weather forecast after the break.